In recent years, the Taliban have financed their operations mainly through links to Afghanistan's growing heroin trade. This after the United States cracked down on funding from Persian Gulf countries following the 9/11 terror attacks. But that could be changing again. The Financial Times reported this week on new concerns expressed by Richard Holbrooke, the American Special Representative for Afghanistan and Pakistan. In a meeting with NATO ambassadors, Holbrooke pointed the finger at private donors, individuals and groups in the Gulf, including Saudi Arabia. Their support of the Taliban, said Holbrooke, now rivals drug money as a source of funding. Joining us to offer his insights on the president's plan and on the situation in Afghanistan and Pakistan is John Nagl, the president of the Center for a New American Security. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
It's a pleasure.
What's your take on this new strategy? Does it strike you as an improvement over the existing policy?
This is a very impressive strategy in my eyes. It was extraordinary to be in the White House today to see the president announce this strategy in front of his entire national security team. Very sober, very resolute. And what I saw was a president who is determined to really, for the first time, provide the resources that are necessary for the United States to succeed in Afghanistan and also to help stabilize Pakistan.
Today, there are reports of an agreement between Taliban militants in Pakistan and Afghanistan to focus on fighting American combat troops that are being sent to Afghanistan. How troubling is that development?
It is concerning. It is important to see this, I think, in light of the American decision to, for the first time, treat the two sides of the Durand line that separates Afghanistan and Pakistan as one war. So we now understand that it's one war. They understand that it's one war. And over the course of the next year or two, we'll see who's going to prevail in this struggle really for the future of Afghanistan and Pakistan, and largely a war that has huge impacts for the security of the American people as well.
While the Obama administration was unveiling its plan, also today, leaders from Russia, China, and several Central Asian countries met in Moscow to discuss Afghanistan. What role can they play, for better or worse, in this?
They can be constructive. To date, the Russians have not played a particularly helpful role in Afghanistan, but there is more that they can do to minimize the chances of a Taliban or al-Qaeda linked organization gaining strength and over time conceivably presenting a threat to them. So there's a lot they can do in terms of economic development, in terms of intelligence sharing, in terms of keeping this insurgency, these multiple insurgencies, tamped down so that Afghanistan and Pakistan can progress together peacefully and not present a broader threat to the whole region.
Only about 30 seconds left. European foreign ministers declined today to send more combat troops. So should the Allies be doing more?
There is more the Allies can do. Some of them can probably provide a few more combat troops. But perhaps the biggest thing we need from them is more advisors to the Afghan army and police who will ultimately secure Afghanistan on their own, and that will be our exit strategy.
John Nagl, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Thank you.